All right, and we're back.
Hello, it's me, Rollercoaster.
Hey, Rollercoaster, you're not actually commentating this one.
Whoops, later.
It is Nibs and myself, so you're not even on video right
Hey.
now. But Rollercoaster says hello as just a voice in the void.
But yeah. I mean, he should have the right to steal my spot after what he did in that game.
Yeah, no, that was based on what you were saying in chat. I'm sorry. Looks like you were fully expecting to be able to get the yawn off into that Togekiss, which was a really interesting play, but unfortunately just not fast enough with that Venusaur.
So I have two Venusaurs in my game, and one of them is max speed timid, and the other one is bulky modest, and I accidentally put the wrong one in the battle box.
No, that's always the worst.
So
Well, we saw Nibs in game in the first set have a non-G-Max on his Rillaboom, so always make sure you got the right team. So here we go. We are now seeing Adam Santacos matching up with Sir Wilson. This is the first time I believe these two have played, which will be super fun to watch.
it should be interesting. Let's see if Will decides. Oh no, he's bringing the Colossal back instead of his Mono Water.
Yep. We see the Colossal team that he brought last week with a Butterfree, Cinderace, Colossal, Primarina, Duraludon, and Grimmsnarl. And then what do you see from Adam here?
So we see a lot of what he has been using with the Gyarados, Tyranitar, Togekiss. You have your Follow Me, your Gyarados, and your Rock type. But instead of having his usual supporting cast, he has my least favorite Pokemon in this format, Greedent, along with Torracat and Oranguru.
Yeah, so little inside baseball for our viewers that have not checked out Tiki VGC over on twitch.tv. Chase actually attempted a playthrough of Pokemon Sword and Shield where he only used Greedent. And he was gonna cap it with Greedent being used on a VGC team to ladder to Master Ball. Needless to say, that never happened. We made it, 2 episodes in?
Yeah, not great.
So, Adam was talking a little bit about this team beforehand. That Greedent, it's interesting.
Based on the Citrus Berry, I guess I can assume it is going to be like the Belly Drum set with Cheek Pouch. But other than that, I'm not really sure what coverage moves it gets because I tried using it and it did not work.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hey, Rollercoaster, if you are still in here, can you double check and mod on chat for me for a sec?
Yeah, I was trying to click on it too, but for some reason I cannot block, or I cannot ban this. So, but it is okay. We see Duraludon and Grimmsnarl as the lead. And on the opposite side, we see Torracat and Greedent.
Yep, interesting leads here. Torracat is it does a lot of what Incineroar does, but much faster, which I think is super interesting, and you have a lot of versatility. I think the only move that it doesn't get that Incineroar gets is Snarl.
I believe it doesn't. Not. I don't think it gets Dark as Lariat or any of the dark, attacking moves either.
Yeah, and you are not a Dark type, so you're not immune to Side Spam.
Yeah, and that generally won't be an issue in this matchup unless the Grimmsnarl is carrying potentially Taunt, and it can taunt the Greedent in this case. But I don't think we're going to see that. As we see the Greedent go for the Belly Drum after getting its special defense dropped from the Duraludon, unluckily.
Yeah, unfortunately that Greedent is at pretty low health here. It is going to go ahead and get the Cheek Pouch activation though, so Citrus Berry activates, and then a super interesting interplay with this is it also gains additional health back whenever it eats a berry.
Oh, and it gets another Papa back from the Oranguru.
That is incredibly interesting.
That is not something I have seen before.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that before. So this play right here, I really want to see how this works out. Because it is -1 SPDF, it's nice that it has access to Quake to go ahead and get back up to neutral in that SPDF, but still super unfortunate getting the SPDF drop from Flash Cannon on turn 1.
Yeah. The one interaction here that will be interesting is if the Grimmsnarl tries to go for Fake Tears because of the ally switch that was clicked. The Duraludon will still be able to hit the target it goes for, but the Grimmsnarl might just throw off a Fake Tears into this Oranguru.
Yeah. Ally Switch, one of the most controversial moves in the game, I'd say. Most people not a huge fan of it. But here we see Dynamax Greedent on screen.
It's giving me bad memories.
Yeah, and it still has access to its berry, which is interesting if it gets down into Iapapa range. So we don't see a Dynamax come out from Sir Wilson's side. We just see the Draco Meteor into the green, does a whole lot of damage. But I think that's berry range? Or is it going to be just outside?
I think it is just outside.
Oh, that is rough break right there. Opting for a Spirit Break also into that Greedent.
Although, based on the Draco Meteor damage, I believe the next Draco Meteor will put it like very safely in berry range or the Duraludon is just gone.
The Duraludon, yeah, the Duraludon is gone there. So, yeah, it looks like any attack should go ahead and proc this Oranguru's Berry. I mean, sorry, Oranguru's this. I guess it was originally Oranguru's Berries, but it is now Greedent's Berry. So yeah, what do you, if you're Sir Wilson, what do you think you want to pivot into here? You've got the Reflect up, but it's at +6.
Yeah, I think the way to deal with this is kind of just attempt to stall it out of its Dynamax if you can, and then just go from there. But I guess don't let Trick Room go up at all costs. But other than that, I don't really know what to do in this case. Yeah,
no, for sure. I mean, Colossals can operate in Trick Room sometimes, but I don't think this Colossal is going to live a Max Quake coming out from the Greedent. The only question is there going to be enough, does it have enough damage output to KO this Greedent before its Weakness Policy proc?
I would guess it does, especially if there is a Fake Tears boost, but I'm not sure if we don't see a double up into this Oranguru slot predicting another ally switch at this point.
Yeah, that is one of the most frustrating interactions with ally switches. You can click it once, and then for the rest of the game you're playing against yourself, or your opponent's playing against themselves, just trying to predict when you're going to be clicking that ally switch button.
Yeah. The other issue is you could make a great play, but your opponent predicts an ally switch and it works out for them.
Ooh, we see a Max Guard here from the Colossal. And a Spirit Break, which is just going to be enough to get this Greedent back into its berry range.
And it looks like we did not see a ally switch, so we might be seeing a Trick Room here.
Yeah, I did see Adam click Trick Room previously, so the Cheek Pouch, a little bit nerfed here since it is Dynamax, but it's all the way back up to half health. So with the Trick Room up, this Greedent should be moving first, and has the ability to go ahead and KO that Colossal with a Max Quake.
This is very interesting, because I will have to say Adam might be a better team builder than me, because I could not come up with anything as good as this with Greedent as hard as I tried. This is very interesting to watch.
No, it really is. So we see the Oranguru go ahead and switch out here into the Tyranitar slot, and the Greedent will just go for the Max Quake into the Colossal. So I guess it's going to come down to ultimately what that what the Grimmsnarl does, because this Colossal is now living a +6 even with the Reflect up.
I think, has Will gotten more than like one attack off this game? Success? I guess maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah,
but it's going through everything.
I think that's only been 3 attacks. He had the Spirit Breaks. So this is the second Spirit Break here into the Greedent, and then there was the Flash Cannon and the Draco Meteor previously from the Duraludon. So now if this Tyranitar is carrying Superpower, that's going to be very scary for that Grimmsnarl. But Primarina looks like a nice counter to the Tyranitar.
Yeah, although this Greedent is still the slowest thing on the field and probably has a coverage move to take out this Primarina here, so I'm not sure what there is that Will can do in this case.
Looks like Adam's actually opting to leave the Primarina alone, which is interesting. The Sucker Punch critical hit is enough to KO that Greedent.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if does that KO normally?
Not sure. Then a single target Hyper Voice will proc the Weakness Policy into a Rock Slide here. So this still puts Adam in a really, really strong position.
Yeah, and once this Trick Room is over, I mean, he could just switch in the Oranguru here and protect Trick Room, and there's not really anything Will can do about it, I think.
Yep. Or if it is already the last turn of Trick Room.
Mm-hmm.
He can also,
Yeah.
and then follow up with Rock Slide Instruct.
Yeah, it looks like this one is. There are 2 turns of Trick Room left.
Two
So
turns, yeah.
somehow, this Oranguru. Oh, I guess it's going for the instruct. Oh, because it should be slower than that. Yeah, so it can just get the instruct off before instructing the move from the last turn.
Interesting, yeah. That's a really interesting
both. So should be just a GG.
Yeah. Incredible set here with the Greedent going ahead and coming through big. And I mean, without the special defense drop turn 1 and the crit sucker punch, that Greedent might have been in a position to pick up most of the KOs in this game.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with how this Greedent has done. I like the move choices with the ground move and the steel move to get your defense boosts, especially when you get like pretty much 4 berries.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very cool tech. Makes it very hard to beat, as we saw last game. But I don't really know what Will can do. What do you think Will can do to kind of deal with this Greedent?
Yeah, perhaps going for Butterfree, being in a position but Greedent plus redirection would shut down Butterfree's Sleep Powder.
It looks like Adam very quickly just locks in the same 4 Pokemon in the same order. Let's see what Will does to kind of adjust here.
Yeah. Great trainer cards from both these players. Let's go ahead and see what these leads look like. So from Will, we see the Primarina Colossal, so going instantly for that super fast mode and the ability to threaten a bunch of damage down. But now that you have the access to Fake Out, you got to be a little bit afraid if you're Will.
Yeah, and a Max Quake might just go straight into this Colossal doing a ton of damage.
Yeah.
We see, I guess Adam is going to try to get the Belly Drum off again in the face of this Colossal, which is
that might
a bit risky.
Might be a little bit greedy. It's possible here that he might be trying to bait a Max Guard from that Colossal, given the fact that there is Fake Out pressure and the Max Quake is pretty free. So perhaps trying to read that Max Guard. But yeah, let's see how this plays out for them. We don't see the Max Guard come out. Primarina is flinched, and the Volcalith comes out with, I'm gonna guess, a bunch of damage into Greedent.
Yeah. It surprisingly doesn't do that much.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite enough. The only problem here is, does it live another one after weakness policy?
Oh, yeah, probably not.
Yeah, so in this case, I don't know. I think maybe going for the Max Quake turn 1 is kind of the read you have to try and make. You don't get your Belly Drum strat, but you do get a bunch of damage into Colossal, and you don't take nearly as much, and you'd still get your Citrus Berry and your Cheek Pouch proc.
You know, I think it might actually survive another one if it Dynamaxes here.
Yeah, that's true.
We might need to see something like a Max Guard this turn first and a switch to
Oranguru.
Or maybe just a straight switch to Oranguru. This is interesting, though.
Yeah, no, having to reposition all around this. I didn't see what he actually clicked with this button.
I believe we saw an Earthquake.
Oh, this is working out really well for him in that case. We'll see how much the Hyper Voice does. Yeah, it goes ahead and gets... The Colossal is protected. Unfortunately, it's enough to KO the Oranguru with the crit onto his own.
Although, I don't know if that mattered.
Yeah, at +6, I'm not sure that it would. And then now you're within range of either an Aqua Jet or a Hyper Voice again.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm confused. How does Symbiosis work? Does it only proc the berry if it has already lost its item? Does it only pass it over if it has lost its item the turn in which the Pokemon is on the field?
I believe so, yeah. I think it has to be I think that they have to be on the field when it loses the item. I will say that's not an interaction that I've looked a ton into.
Okay, yeah, I'm just not sure because I have never seen that move or that ability used in competitive play.
Yep.
But as we can see, it seems to be good.
Yeah, it can definitely work really well situationally. So we see the Colossal go ahead and proc here, procking that steam engine. Then another real question is here, did Sir Wilson target the Greedent or the Tyranitar?
Yeah, I mean, you would think... Oh, it is the Greedent.
It is, yeah, I think correctly so. Because if it's... You've seen Earthquake, you know that you're not going to +6 Earthquake yourself. So the Protect read is pretty obvious there. So now this looks a lot harder for Adam.
Yeah. The thing is, the Greedent did take all 3 of Colossal's Dynamax turns without Dynamaxing itself. So there still is the Dynamax option from this Tyranitar against a full team of non-Dynamax Pokemon. So it might have a chance.
Yeah, for sure. You know that you live well now. The fact that Sand isn't out, you're probably not going to live a Hyper Voice, but you have the option to go ahead and fake out either the Colossal or that Primarina. If you're Dynamax, you're definitely living it, but you might want to prioritize resetting your own Sand here.
Although because it is Sun up, it's going to actually do less than if Sand is up.
True. Yeah. True. And then we actually just see, I think, correctly switching out that Primarina, knowing that it's within the fake out range.
Yeah.
So I think this is already working out kind of best case scenario so far for Adam, getting the fake out into that Colossal and getting a max Knuckle there as well.
Yeah, the one thing I would have prioritized is getting the Sand up for the sole reason of, I guess it doesn't matter, really, but because of Protect, but the Colossal can carry Solar Beam, which would be its only way to really damage Tyranitar.
Yeah.
And just prioritizing getting the Sand back up makes it to where really its only move, if you assume it's carrying Meteor Beam as well, the only move it can go for is Heat Wave.
Yeah. Yeah, so in this positioning, I think maybe this turn you start to go for the... try and set the Sand again. I think for here we're going to see Grimmsnarl probably just set a Reflect.
Although, actually in this case, a Solar Beam probably does, just under half to this Tyranitar proccing its weakness policy. So maybe that's a good thing for Adam to have.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, he can also just go ahead and try and prioritize getting this Colossal off the field with its +2 and +6 for attack and speed, respectively. So Colossal just goes for the Flamethrower here into the Torcat.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not very effective attack, but it's enough.
That did a lot of damage.
It really did. I think kind of correctly targeting down this Colossal now. So now you should be in a point where you're going to be just fine with the boost in special defense when that Primarina comes back out, even though it is single target. You are Dynamaxed and you're not at threat of going down to a Hyper Voice.
I don't remember what we saw. Is the Primarina in Sand range?
So we didn't see the health stat for it, but that looks...
I can't tell. Because we know the Tyranitar is just faster than the Primarina, I believe, based on last game, because it went second in Trick Room. So we see the Rock Ball actually here.
Yeah.
Into the Grimmsnarl, maybe hoping that it is in Sand range, or...
Yeah, I think that's the... Oh, Spirit Break will proc the weakness policy as well.
Mm-hmm. And we'll probably see a Hyper Voice here. Not going to do that much damage.
Yeah, with the special defense boost coming from that Sand... Oh, it's just a Moonblast, which...
Critical hit.
I was going to say, that was a lot of damage. So, Grimmsnarl gets hit by the Sand. Let's see if this Primarina... It just hangs on. So from here, though, Adam can hit Rock Slide and get a double KO before either of these two Pokemon. Well,
the Aqua Jet shouldn't KO Tyranitar from here.
Aqua Jet doesn't KO. It'll get damage off, but
Aqua Jet plus Sucker Punch. Yeah, that should KO from there, I think.
Actually, double priority here. And yep, it is just enough to do 28 damage. So, yeah. Interesting. We almost saw a 4-1 reverse sweep from Tyranitar.
Yeah, and we might have if not for that Moonblast critical hit.
Yeah, really untimely crit there for Adam, but good job for Will for kind of finding his way through that. Didn't get 2-0 swept by Greedent.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think Adam's best decision here is for adjusting to this, knowing he can't really just belly drum turn 1 anymore?
Yeah, I think that honestly, he's in a better position to if he just goes for redirect. Like if he also maybe leads Togekiss plus Togekiss plus that Greedent. He's obviously not going to get the Symbiosis, get the Eye of Papa Berry back, but he could also just assume that, you know, maybe a max Vocalith will do enough to get the Citrus Berry proc anyway on the second turn, to where you could go for Follow Me turn 1 and then turn 2 bring in the Oranguru and go for Trick Room.
I mean, that seems... we see a completely different mode here with the Gyarados plus Torracat one.
Yeah, we see the... I'm curious to see how this mode plays within this team. So we got to see Greedent for 2 games. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to see it in Game 3, but I'm excited to see what Adam's got up his sleeves.
Yeah, it should be very interesting to see here the Gyarados without Follow Me support against the Colossal to see if things really... I'm not really sure how this is going to work if there's just a double protect or protecting the Colossal turn 1 from the Gyarados.
Yeah. Yeah, so we see the Intimidate come out from Torracat. Then... I mean, Fake Out Max Geyser probably isn't enough to KO a G-Max Colossal, right?
Yeah, I think if you, like, honestly, there's no way this Colossal doesn't protect this turn, right? Like, is it just a Fake Out and a Max Overgrowth into the Primarina, like, the safest play?
Actually, yeah.
That's actually what we're gonna see here.
Really, yeah, no, for sure. Looks like you and Adam are on the same wavelength there.
I'm secretly controlling his Switch right now. Nobody else knows about this.
I mean, it's possible he could be still listening. I would... I never know whenever anyone is still listening.
And we see Will making potentially an even better play here if we do see that Max Overgrowth. A very, very good read from Will.
Yeah, recognizing the Fake Out pressure and the fact that Gyarados oftentimes carry this Max Overgrowth, that can be pretty threatening. So, yeah, really good read by Will, switching in the Duraludon, who is going to resist the Fake Out, and I don't think the Overgrowth is going to do quite enough.
And then we see the Colossal Protect, which is probably its safest play, but it's really in range of any water type move that Gyarados has coming from that Max Geyser. So I'm not really sure what the best... I wonder if it's even in range of a Max Quake if it doesn't Dynamax from Gyarados.
Yeah, no. Is this Gyarados carrying Max Quake? I missed that.
I saw the 3 coverage moves that you normally see. I thought I saw Max Quake last, yeah, and we do see Max.
Yeah, so it is 4 attacks. Interesting going 4 attacks and not being AV, but I think Lum is quite strong. So
as we're gonna see why it's Lum, I believe, real quick right here. And this Duraludon, given that 90% accurate moves connect, will just be out of here this turn.
Yeah. We see the Self-Swagger come out. Now this Gyarados is going to be threatening a whole lot of damage, and I think it's about to be at plus... so that's plus 2. It's probably about to go to plus 3 right here. Ooh, Thunderbolt does a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, it does. The thing is now, though, there's not really a way that the Colossal can get itself set up,
No.
because the Gyarados can just pick off either Colossal next turn, which I assume it will pick off through Protect. Not Max Guard, but through Protect. And they can't really have the Primarina and the Colossal on the field at the same time.
Yeah, I think maybe if Will had pivoted instead of the Grimmsnarl into the Primarina, he would have been set up pretty well to go for a Aqua Jet and Max Vocalith. But now, I think it's probably going to protect this turn, right?
If it protects, it probably dies to Geyser, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a what, 4 times super effective move?
Yeah. If it max guards, things will be very different. We might see like a Sucker Punch max guard. come out here.
Yeah, we've seen Will effectively use that Sucker Punch. I think we might also see perhaps a Reflect come out here.
That too. A Reflect plus Protect. We do see the Dynamax here.
Yeah.
If this is not max guarding, I'm not sure if it makes it through the turn. Unless
No.
maybe a Thunder Wave into the Gyarados.
Yeah, Thunder Wave could also. We've seen what, Spirit Break,
Sucker Punch.
Reflect. Yeah, so if it's Thunder Wave, then it doesn't have special screens. So we do see the max guard here. I think it might just be a max guard Reflect. Max guard Sucker Punch.
2 HP remaining.
Ooh, which is gonna leave it in a position to. Yeah, no, really
It
good
should
play
be able
from
to
Will.
pick up another. It should be able to pick up a KO here though, if you can just follow me. Oh, 1 HP.
Yeah, 1 HP. Yeah, because it was 2. Yeah, Follow Me and Waterfall should go ahead and pick up this KO onto Colossal.
I mean, I guess theoretically it could survive just because bulk is like Dynamax bulk does boost it a lot. But like, I believe, did we see what the 4th Pokemon that Adam brought is?
Yes. Reflect here.
Oh, nope. Will not survive.
Nope. Yeah, Reflect was not enough. Yeah, it looks like Will correctly reading into the Follow Me and just going for what he thought his best play was with Reflect. So Gyarados is now +4 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and we can honestly, like, we might just see a Follow Me and a Waterfall into the Grimmsnarl, taking that out, depending on what the last Pokemon is. But if not, like, Follow Me Power Whip is, like, very safe.
Yeah.
Because we might just see, like, an Aqua Jet, hoping that the Togekiss... I mean, like, you should, like, see a Hyper Voice trying to dodge the Power Whip, but maybe, like, getting cheeky and trying to get the Aqua Jet KO? I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. At this point, you gotta kind of try and do whatever you can and hope for a misplay. Looks like opting for the Power Whip misplay, and we see Power Whip does connect. That's going to be the end of Primarina. It looks like this Gyarados is going to move its way up to +5 with 1 HP.
Yeah, I think that Power Whip might have killed like 5 Primarinas.
I'm almost curious how much just Earthquake would have done to both of them. Well, I guess it is grassy terrain, so.
Yeah, grassy terrain and the Reflection. Maybe it'll do like 65-75%, but like a Follow Me Waterfall here just ends the game.
Yep, and super interesting set. Getting to see the Symbiosis proc in Game 1, I think, was an incredible play. Something I was not familiar with that interaction at all. Yeah, we see the attempt at the last Sucker Punch failing, and this, for good measure, Gyarados goes ahead and gets up to +6.
Yeah.
Or actually, the Moxie doesn't proc because the game is over.
Dang. That would have been fun to see.
Yeah.
+6 and +6 Gyarados in the same set.
Yeah, really super interesting, super creative set there with Adam and Will. That was really fun to watch and really fun to commentate.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Hey, you like that video? We think you should check this out, and YouTube thinks you should check this one out. Be sure to subscribe for more content.